Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. So this is a little bit of a different video that I'm used to. I have my dad here with me, and if you don't know who my dad is, then you have not been following my channel for as hard as I think, because dad has been supporting me along my competing journey, and he's at all my shows. People love him on Instagram and everything like that. But the reason I have him in front of me now and why we're doing this video is to give over a very important message of what my dad basically does for a living. I think I've explained it a few times before on this channel. I think one of the main reasons obviously we're in Ghana is obviously because my dad got remarried, so massive congrats to him. But also we are over here for his NGO to see his weavers, and we're going to go into obviously that reason in a second. But I wanted to kind of give him a little mini interview to give you guys an insight of what he does, because this trip has obviously made me realize how much he does, and it makes me very, very proud to be able to see what he does on the daily basis. The first question is, what is Care4Bakets, which is your NGO company that you created 10 years ago now? Because we're here for the 10-year anniversary, just to let you know.
Care4Bakets, Care stands for collect and recycle ecologically, addressing global plastic pollution by transforming the plastic into useful products using the weavers in Bolgatanga who have got the talent of weaving. So that is why 10 years ago I decided to help these weavers here, introducing different material which is more educational, having a sustainable and circular economy within the community, so they can also provide themselves a stream of income to support families, pay children's school fees, and invest some of the money also in business, particularly farming. Because if at the end of the day you're a farmer and you don't have money to buy seedlings or to buy anything, how would you survive? It's what we are now working with the women, so they can have the money and then invest the money in farming.
How did Care4Bakets start?
Care4Bakets originally started when my two daughters, Phoebe Hagen and Alice Hagen, decided 2002 we came to Ghana, and then Phoebe Hagen realized that there's a lack of IT in schools here. So we started what is called Computers for Developing Countries. We encouraged them to set up an environmental club, and that environmental club is the best way to address the plastic pollution in Ghana.
The backstory behind that was kind of when me and Alice went to Ghana in 2002, we originally saw what the schools were kind of like out there. And
there's no computers.
No computers.
But then the children there at the time just finished IT exams. How would anybody do IT examination with no computers?
So when we kind of saw that, even as young kids, we were like, kind of want to help. I remember being at school and seeing seeing computers that never got used, and I randomly said to the headmaster, should we try and send these computers to Ghana? And that kind of sparked the whole idea.
Yeah, it just expand, and in the end we end up having 486 schools within West Sussex supplying us computers to be sent to Ghana to support the ICT education. The charity was in the UK because of donation of the computers and donation of money towards shipment. Then we formed the NGO in Ghana, receiving it, and at the same time the NGO also supporting the recycle of the plastic, one of the biggest programs in Ghana. But so far things are improving.
Okay, so obviously going back to Care4Bakets, what Dad does is in the name, the baskets. Now, what do you provide work-wise for the women over in many different communities?
The work-wise is about how we encourage the women to pick up the plastic from the street. In actual fact, you don't drop the plastic in the first place, because the pure water sachet is clean and you drink from that.
Yeah.
So if you drop it on the floor, it becomes dirty. So add value to that plastic, because that plastic actually giving you, it's a life-saving by giving you clean drinking water. So what they do is that they add value to it by cutting the plastic, twist it, and then transform it into a useful product.
So for anyone that doesn't know, pure water sachets are a very popular way of drinking water. It's kind of like a square plastic bag filled with water, and you kind of just rip it open and you can obviously squeeze out water. But then once people are finished with that, and you see them all over where people have thrown it on the floor, sometimes people will burn it to get rid of them, which obviously creates a lot of toxins and isn't good for the environment. Like I said before, it's getting these women a job to be able to collect these, wash them, and make them into a product, which is what Dad sells over in the UK. He sells it online, which I know a few of you from America have purchased these baskets.
We sell some at Arundel Castle in the UK, and then some also at Bond Street. Anybody who wants to visit there, you go to the gallery, and then you can buy.
What was the reason we are currently in Bolgatanga right now?
The school will now be providing the material because the school is over 3,050 students plus 118 teachers, and they all drink the same from the plastic. So they will now become, as collecting the material, the community women will come and then weigh it, and then we Care4Bakets will pay the school, adding value to the plastic so that they can also become like supplying the material also to the weavers, so the weavers can also do the work rather than all this material end up in the gutter.
It gives incentives to the school students as well to want to be able to, okay, this is value to me. If I throw this on the floor, then obviously it's just adding to the problem that we already have.
Schools that we set up, they automatically have, the PTA have to build a cage, and this cage is divided into sections. 1, sachet. 2, water bottle. 3, paper. Any other items that is recyclable is put in there. We want the pure water sachet, which is the commodity that we will need. Now another company also will come and then also collect the bottle ones and also pay the school. So it's about exchange. Everybody is a winner. We are collecting the plastic. We weigh by kilo. Each kilogram is a 2 cedi. And the school that average 3,050 students, average person uses 10. If you multiply that a day, a month, it's a lot of material, which previously they don't know what to do with it, but now they know what to do with it.
It still amazes me what kind of goes on, because they were showing us yesterday how the baskets are made, and the process of it is pretty amazing. Like you said, it's pretty much how the straw baskets are made. They could do the exact same with the plastic, but it's just a lot more sustainable, and again, it's helping.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that happened yesterday where we went to the school. We brought all 3 communities together, right? So what were the communities called again?
Via community, Amobisi Akondemisi community, and then we had Soin Kugadoni community there.
There was around 50 people in total, including the students at least.
Yeah.
I'd say 20 to 25 students turned out,
Yeah,
which was
25,
great.
exactly.
So
25.
what happened yesterday, Dad brought all the communities together, a few pupils together as well that wanted to learn about what Dad was doing, what Care4Bakets has to offer. With the communities, they brought over majority of the baskets that they've been weaving over the last year.
Beginning of October, because here in Bolga, or Ghana in particular, farming starts from May. August, September is a harvest. Then they've got no work. But if you don't have worker, you're looking at October, November, December, January, February, March.
No work.
6 months with no work, and you don't have any money. What do? But there's plenty of material available to be able to collect it, cut, twist. So that's the whole process of helping the communities.
So yesterday we brought all 3 communities together with students and told them about what was going on. It was also the exchange of all the baskets that the weavers had done from October time to now. And that is where Dad gets to pay them. What we also did, Dad gave them a bonus. We gave over around, I want to say 40 to 50 kilos worth of clothes to each individual community as well. To be able to, because again, it's clothes that, old gym clothes that I haven't worn for years. Clothes from the loft that me and Alice haven't had thoughts about for absolutely, for so long. We had the idea of obviously saying, let's try and take over these clothes to these communities so they can use it. Again, it's a donation. It's a recycling of the products that we have, that we use on a daily basis, that we'll either chuck away or we won't use. So why not make good use of it? So yesterday was great because we were able to experience the hospitality and their gratefulness, and we also actually gave over a wheelchair to
But we gave it to Madam Ayumpumi. Madam Ayumpumi is the first woman in the Bolgatanga who was able to learn the cutting of the plastic, then the twisting. So in the end, she actually became the quality controller for the weaving. She's in her 90s now, but then she's now locked up in her own room all the time. So I made the decision that little profit that Care4Bakets made over the last 2 years, I put some at one side and then I purchased wheelchair that we donated to the lady so that at least someone can help her to get onto it and then wheel her onto the compound. A big baobab tree that provides the shade so she can just have even a bit of fresh air and then communicate with the people rather than being stuck in her room all the time.
And that's what Care4Bakets kind of is. It's an NGO, which is a non-profit organisation, and it's difficult because I think sometimes people think charities make a lot of profit and this. Any profit that comes into it goes straight back into the community.
Invest into the community so they can have more work.
Whether it's work for them, whether it's getting more materials, whether it's getting wheelchairs for some of the communities, giving them bonuses, giving them more incentives, and that's what obviously Dad has provided for them, which I think is absolutely amazing. what was the best part for you about yesterday? Because you haven't seen these women in 4 years.
Yeah, because I was here when UK had a lockdown 2020. I was lucky that we were able to.
Yeah, you were able to get out of here.
Foreign
and
Office
get into
rescue
UK.
into UK. It was really nice for me to see them again, like a reunion. They've always heard about Phoebe and Alice, but they haven't seen Phoebe and Alice. So yeah, yesterday was really nice. And the most important for me is for the woman, Madam Ayimpobi. Able to give her something is better, because being in a room, temperature is 43 degrees.
We were in there yesterday and it was very hot. Final question, people that are watching, what would you say people can do to, I guess, help in the cause?
Companies can sponsor, and that money comes straight to help the community. Secondly, we need more vendors over in UK, America, Canada, everywhere, that people can actually buy the product at a discounted price. We also sell on Etsy, because the money will go direct to support the weavers. So the money they receive is what helps them to just move forward in life.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps support my channel. What I'm going to do as well is, if you want to go to the link in the description box below, I will link the Care4Bakets website. I will link the Etsy so you can purchase any of the baskets, and I will also link a documentary that my dad has also been featured in 5 years ago now, that he works with Pala Eyewear.
Yes, we used to provide sunglass cases also for Pala Eyewear, which some of them, 1,000 of the sunglass cases actually went to Formula One. And each glass that everybody buy it comes with a case. So yeah, so that all those cases were made in Bolgatanga.
Yeah. So I will link all those descriptions down below. Like I said, the Care4Bakets website, the Etsy, and the documentary that my dad was also in, so you can visually see what was going on. There's a lot more explanations, a lot more visuals in that video as well, that you can see what my dad has done. And I think it's a very good video to be able to put out this information on what my dad does and how you can help over here in Ghana and give more information about. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.